Many Lives, Many Masters, written by Brian Weiss, is by any means is a phenomenal book. If you can see that 1.5 million series copies are sold, the true story of a prominent psychiatrist, his young patient, and the past life therapy. The beauty of this book is that not only it sold almost like 1.5 million copies, it has started a new therapy called regression therapy, where a patient is hypnotized to go back to the memory of the childhood, because so many people have this trauma or or some fears in their life, which are normally traced back to the early life. Somebody threatens at the age of 5, he may not remember, but the trauma will continue. That's how the whole therapy started. But then accidentally or incidentally, the patient goes into the previous life, and the Dr. Brian, he is being a PhD and a psychologist, never believes that the previous life. But then the way the masters come on, and then the way they speak, the whole thing changes his perception. And then he goes on to write more books. And Only Love is Real is another book. And I'm going to talk about these two books, you know, uh, at length. And then this is only introduction. And what I want to tell you is that many of the Indians, they do believe that of reincarnation, though many Westerns don't believe in the reincarnation. So after reading these books, Westerners from 20 to 28% have started believing the reincarnation. And another thing which is unique for Indians is that we all believe in the soul. That means Atma. Actually, the soul is not Atma. Soul is a Sukshma Deha, that is called subtle person. See, the body which we see normally is called gross body, which has got the legs, hands, and face, and this kind of thing. And the subtle body is the mind, our thoughts and desires, and likings and disliking, that kind of thing. So what Westerners call soul is not Atma. In fact, it is wrongly translated by the British, because they don't know much about the Indian philosophy. So that is called subtle body. The soul is called subtle body. And then there is Atma, which is actually we call Jivatma. Again, in Indian also, Indian philosophers also, there is a lot of difference. Some call it Jivatma is different from Paramatma. They are called Dvaitas. And Vishishtadvaitas, they feel that the Jivatma can transform or develop into Paramatma, or there is a connection, and there is a gradual evolution. But Advaita theory, which is accepted by all, thanks to, from Valmiki to Vyasa to all Upanishads and Vedas, even Sankaracharya has just, reiterated it. But originally it was Indian philosophy of Advaita, where it proclaims the Jiva Paramatma Ekata. That means unity of Jivatma and Paramatma. Now, why we are talking about this is because in the stories of many lives and many masters, basically we talk about regression, where a patient goes into the trance and then recollects the this thing. And in short, what it means is that whatever we do, if we do the good or bad, and it comes back, and then we come back onto the next life, not with the guilt or anything, but to learn something out of it. And even in this philosophy, Hitler is not termed as a sinner. That is the Indian philosophy, which Brian also talks about. So he comes back and then learns that love is essential. Though in his past life, he has, tortured many Jews. Similarly, there is a story of a nuclear scientist who worked in a team where the team successfully prepares the bomb, atomic bomb, and then they blasted in Japan, killing so many lives. He comes back as a radiologist and then helps so many people. So what I'm saying is that it is not the guilt which is important when we're doing sin, but you have to transform and you have to learn from your mistakes. And from now we'll talk about the many lives and many masters, and then from next week we'll summarize these books. Now I call these audio books because there's so many good books are there. People don't have time to read all those books, and then second thing is so many books are not available. And to help my friends and near and dear ones, I start doing this. If the book is very good and phenomenal, I try to make an audio book. So let's start with this, and signing off, Rajsekhar Polapragada, and the audio books of this Brian Weiss's Many Lives, Many Masters, as well as Only Love is Real, will cover in the next episodes. Bye. Good night.